Hi, Ben here from Trident Fly Fishing, and today I've got with me the brand new Korkers River Ops BOA. Now, Korkers came out with their River Ops a year or two ago as their top of the line, highly durable guide boot, and now they've introduced a BOA version of that boot, and we're gonna test it and tell you how it performs. And as an added bonus, we're gonna tell you how it compares to my favorite boot, which is the Korkers Darkhorse. Stay tuned. And unlike our rod reviews, we're gonna start by unboxing this boot and seeing exactly what you get with the new River Ops BOA. All right, right off the bat, the River Ops BOA comes in two sole configurations. So you're gonna get the option of felt and Vibram and studded Vibram. And this is gonna be the studded Vibram, and it is my go-to sole for any Korkers boot for freshwater fishing. If you're interested in the full range of Korkers sole options, we do have a full sole review on our website, and I would recommend checking that out. And of course, I'll make sure the link is in the description below. You might have to click that read more button there. But this sole is a fantastic combination of great grip in the river plus great traction for hiking. So I really like it, and I use it for almost all of my trout fishing, regardless of where I'm going. Next up is the boot. So here it is, the Korkers River Ops BOA. Now, Korkers has designed this boot as a guide boot, and as such, they've really tried to beef up the durability in key wear points. It's definitely a beefier, more supportive, more stable boot than that Darkhorse. So Korkers has designed this as their top-of-the-line guide boot, but let me get this Darkhorse so we can compare and contrast some of the features. So starting from the front here, you'll notice that the toe area is actually pretty similar on both of these boots. So I wouldn't expect to see a massive difference in performance in that toe area. But where the River Ops really changes is right beyond that. We've got this whole section here in the middle of the boot that is totally reinforced. And that's gonna not only give you added durability, but it's gonna add more stability and stiffness to that boot. And that trend continues on to the back. Once we get to the heel, you'll see an absolutely massive increase in durability. The heel section on the River Ops is just way more of that molded plastic that's gonna give you lots and lots of added durability and stability. But overall, the River Ops BOA feels and looks like a much beefier boot than this Darkhorse, which is saying something because after years and years of use on the Darkhorse, I've had absolutely zero issues with it. Some other noticeable differences on these two boots. On the River Ops, the BOA system seems to be slightly different than the Darkhorse. Having not put this on yet, I don't know what that's gonna mean, but it definitely takes a different path than the Darkhorse, or really any of the BOA boots that I've seen in the past. As I was feeling around on the inside, it feels like the new River Ops is also a little bit thinner and probably, again, a little bit stiffer than this Darkhorse. And last but not least, the sole color here. I don't know if this is a cosmetic change or if they've added some durability and comfort into the River Ops. Again, in the second part of this video, we'll take it out on the water and find out. But before we get on the water, I did want to weigh these boots and see how the two compared in terms of raw weight. The basic weight on the new River Ops is 32.5 ounces for one boot, and on the Darkhorse comes in at about 28 ounces. So one of the things that I really like about the Darkhorse is its weight, and obviously new River Ops is a little bit heavier. And of course, we're not comparing the same soles on each boot, but I feel like that's the way to do it, since the reality is the River Ops comes with a different sole. So it wouldn't be a fair comparison to compare a non-stock Darkhorse to a stock River Ops. All in all, if you're buying these boots with these stock sole options, the Darkhorse is gonna be roughly 10 to 15% lighter. And with all that durability, Korkers has done one more thing to go to the next level, which is to add an additional year of warranty onto the new River Ops. So you're getting a full 2-year warranty on your new wading boot. That's pretty cool. But now, let's get out on the river and see how they perform.
I just wanted to take a moment to remind you that 100% of our funding for these videos comes from your purchases at tridentflyfishing.com. So if you're enjoying this video, help us out by making your next tackle purchase at Trident Fly Fishing. All right, so initial impressions on this River Ops boot. It is easily the best BOA system I've ever tried. Even from the Darkhorse, which is a pretty good BOA system, I always felt like every BOA boot was lacking a little bit of something in the tightness department. Not so with the new River Ops BOA. This boot gets really, really tight, way tighter than you'd ever want. Some other things that are worth noting here is we've got a great supportive section here on the upper part of the boot. It's way more supportive, way stiffer than on the Darkhorse, and it's going to give you that added ankle support. Then, as we move down into the boot, it's sort of an overall thinner and stiffer and more rigid boot than the Darkhorse, which is really what you'd expect from a guide boot. Another interesting point is that it's got a way wider toe box. So if you're a person that likes to wear really thick socks, this will accommodate it perhaps a little bit better than the Darkhorse would. Now I'm going to take a quick walk, get it into the water, and see how it performs. So after doing a short hike and some walking through the river on these River Ops, I can say I'm really impressed. They definitely live up to the added support and stability that they're supposed to offer, and I feel like I have fantastic traction in the water. They're easily as good as my Darkhorse with the same soles, and frankly, if you're looking for a little bit extra, these River Ops are going to do it. And not to belabor the point, but I'm super, super impressed with how Korkers has implemented this new BOA system in the new River Ops BOA. Ultimately though, I do feel like the Darkhorse still has a place in the lineup. It's a little bit lighter, it's definitely a little bit more comfortable, and if you're not a super hardcore angler, it's the perfect fit for you. Let us know which boot you're going to go for by leaving a comment in the box below. I'm Ben, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.